Hey guys, I'm back for another video. The first video that I've done in like 3 months, which is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe it's been like 3 months since I did a video, but I like checked it last night, and yeah, the last one I did was like kind of the one a couple of weeks after Brock Lesnar came back, so that was like before Backlash, that was April, which is ridiculous. So I hope you guys have had a good 3 months, and I am sorry that I haven't been doing like videos, but like I said on my like last video or around then, I was struggling to kind of do videos because of everything, and lately, honestly, it's been like an absolutely crazy time for me, really. Obviously, as you know, I'm getting married 10 months today, which is like, you know, wow, scary. So we're kind of like, you know, planning all of that, and also we've had to put in an application for a mortgage for a house now, sorting all of that out. Work has been going really well. On Monday I passed my like playing on my bracelet. On Monday I passed my like interview to like get onto like Tesco's management scheme, so that's also kind of going on. So literally life has been really crazy, and obviously I have still been watching wrestling. I watch it like every single week, but just finding the time to do a video has been like difficult for me, and also I've just been kind of getting like really frustrated. Not with you guys, but just like the general kind of people on the internet, like just so negative about wrestling at the moment, and it's just really annoying. And I just think, well, if I do any video, because I personally have been really enjoying wrestling, I don't understand what everyone's been like complaining about. There's been some really good angles. SmackDown has improved drastically over the last few months, and also, you know, the title thing on like Raw's been really good, obviously with Punk and Bryan. Even like when Kane was involved, the whole AJ thing, that's been really enjoyable, and they've had like been having some good kind of stuff happening, but everyone's just been like really like negative about it, not just on YouTube, but just on like, you know, forums and things. And I just think, well, I just, you know, really don't want to have to do a video if I'm just going to get like, you know, negative comments saying, oh, you're stupid, wrestling sucks, because I just can't be bothered with that. Yes, if there's got a valid point, but just when people are just saying it sucks or blah, I just, you know, can't be bothered with that. So if I'd have done like any videos in like the last few months, I probably would have just been like really, yeah, infuriated with like the kind of like responses and stuff. But you know, not saying that people can't disagree with me, that's not the point I'm making, but just lately everything has been so negative, and I've just thought I can't really be bothered to like get involved with that. I'd wait until a time when people are starting to be a bit more positive again. But you know, that I don't know if that's actually happened yet, but obviously I'm not going to like not do a video for like the 1000th, that's a really weird word, 1000th episode of Raw. I can't talk. I'm still like kind of, you know, crazy, and it's weird, like even though I haven't done a video for ages, I seem to have got like loads of subscribers lately. Like this morning I checked and I had like a whole ton of new subscribers overnight, and I'm like, what? I haven't done any videos for so long. But I'm not complaining, so hello to people who've, you know, joined in my absence, you know. So this is like a new up-to-date video. I've like been rambling, so I haven't even talked about Raw yet, and you know, been doing this video for however long it's been going on. But anyway, no, I just wanted to do like a quick video about the 1000th episode of Raw, obviously because it's a pretty big landmark in wrestling kind of like history. And like, yeah, and again, like so many people were so negative about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did WWE have to do, you know, to get people, you know, to actually enjoy a show? Because I personally thought that it was really good. I mean, people I think were putting too much like expectation into it. Yes, it's a 1000th episode of Raw, they've been building it for ages, but it's not going to be like WrestleMania. You're not going to get like 5-star matches and all this kind of stuff, which a lot of people were. They were like, oh, there was hardly any matches, it was all like segments. And I'm like, well, obviously that's just the whole point. They're bringing old people back, they're not going to make them wrestle, you know, and stuff. It's just going to be, you know, about the nostalgia, you know, like yeah, remembering like kind of stuff. But I personally thought it was really good. I'll kind of like do like a breakdown like of each bit. That wasn't meant to be like break it down for like Generation X, but anyway, before I start like recording Raw, before I start recording Raw, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, no, before I start actually talking about the show, I just need to do a shout out to my friend Chris, who I met on the forum that I go on, Talk Wrestling Online, because he keeps pestering me to do a video. Like, you know, he subscribed after like during like my break, like, you know, from videos, and then said that I needed to come back and do one. So Chris, you finally got your wish. I'm doing a video. Hello. Anyway, there you go. So there's your shout out. You should be happy now. So obviously the DX reunion was at the start. That was pretty cool. You knew, like, obviously, yeah, the other guys were going to come back, so it was pretty cool, like, to see guys again that haven't been on there for like ages. Obviously X-Pac and Billy Gunn just kind of, Road Dogg obviously has still been like around, he does the WWE shows like on YouTube and stuff, but yeah, so it's pretty cool to see them. The only thing about that was that it kind of like dragged a bit, you know, there was like a lot of like dead airtime, if you know what I mean, where like nothing was really happening, and obviously Damien Sandow coming out to interrupt them was quite cool, and then obviously him getting like super kicked and pedigreed was also pretty cool. So that was like a good opening kind of segment. Obviously, you know, DX were a big part of like Raw history, so it only made sense for them to come out. Then the 6-man tag match was like weird. Like JR came out to commentate that one and then left, and it was like, it would have made more sense for him to kind of, you know, stay commentating the whole show or come out for like the main event match or whatever, but you know, never mind. But it would just seem like they'd like ran, like obviously it made sense for like, you know, Ray, Del Rio, Sheamus, Jericho, Ziggler to be together, but Sin Cara was just thrown in there, and it was like, what, he's got like absolutely nothing to do with these guys. It was only because of like him and Ray, you know, like both wearing masks, that they'd like put them on like the same team. But whatever. And obviously Rey Mysterio, I think he's like not as popular now. Well, you know, I mean, like he got like a big cheer last week, obviously when he came back, but this week it was like, you know, kind of like dead like reaction. But yeah, no, I'm really pleased, obviously because I've missed so much, it's really hard for me to kind of like talk about all the stuff that's happened in the last 3 months, but I'm so pleased that Ziggler's won Money in the Bank, and that, you know, they are starting to use him again, because Ziggler's awesome. You guys know I always used to go on about how awesome Ziggler was, so I'm really happy that, you know, he's yeah, got the Money in the Bank briefcase. So yeah, random tag match. That wasn't really that fascinating. I'm trying to like remember this off the top of my head. Oh my gosh, the segment backstage. Mae Young's hand, child. Oh, that was so funny. Cheesy and lame as it was, I mean, it was hilarious. Anyone who didn't lol at that, you know, it was so funny. And yes, I just said lol on camera, but I don't care, because that was a lol moment. It was just, classic WWE. That was hilarious. So I'm glad, you know, they kind of made reference to that. But anyway, and then also the other backstage segments that they kind of did, obviously with Trish Stratus and Triple H, was back from, it must have been around about 2001 when yeah, Triple H and Trish were teaming, and obviously yeah, Triple H was showing Trish how to do a move, and I thought it was going to be Stephanie was going to come in again while they're doing that, but it was just DX. But it was still funny anyway. So X-Pac got really chubby though, hasn't he? I know, I mean, he's not like, you know, like wrestling now, but still, he's pretty chubby. But anyway, this video is just going to be completely random, and I'm just kind of, yeah, rambling on pretty much. So if I miss anything, I do apologise, but I haven't like got any notes in front of me. This is just done off the top of my head. So the AJ and Daniel Bryan wedding. Now, I was looking forward to this. A lot of people were like, oh, it's so stupid, but I really like AJ, and I thought this angle has been really good. So obviously I knew that obviously they weren't going to get married like properly, but I was wondering how they were going to, you know, like stop the wedding. It was a bit odd though. I didn't like, you know, the fact that it was because AJ had chosen to be like, you know, the general manager of Raw, which again is really weird, and I don't know how that's going to work. I'm not going to like be all like negative, like, you know, already, because it hasn't happened yet. We'll see what happens, because I personally like AJ, but I just don't think it's right for her to be general manager. I was hoping it was going to be someone like who's not like a wrestler on the roster. It was going to be a completely separate person. But you know, so anyway, then so that was a bit odd, but you know, and then obviously of course CM Punk came out, you know, not kind of like to gloat at, like, you know, because Daniel Bryan's like, you know, wedding got ruined, and obviously then The Rock came out, so that was cool to see him as well. And it was good to see Rock interacting with like Punk and Daniel Bryan, obviously, because him and Cena had their time ages ago, so it's good that Rock's kind of like moved on. And yeah, he interacts really well with them as well, so that was like a funny segment. And yeah, so Rock will be whoever the current WWE champion is at the Royal Rumble, The Rock will be having a title shot against them, so that should be cool. I really hope it's Punk. But you know, we'll see what happens at the time. If it was Cena again, it'd be a bit like, we've seen that already, you know, and it was meant to be once in a lifetime, so I doubt it would be Cena again. Let's hope that it is actually Punk. So that was that segment. Yeah, squash match, Jack Swagger and Brodus Clay. Really, what was the point? Like, dude love just like being there. It was like, okay, just a chance for him to kind of get some airtime. But what else happened? I have to try and think now. Oh, obviously, yeah, so it was time for Brock Lesnar to answer Triple H's SummerSlam challenge. Obviously, Paul Heyman came out and said no. Triple H, you know, was kind of like getting in his face about it, obviously, but he couldn't, like, you know, touch Heyman because of the whole lawsuits thing. And then Heyman started slagging off like Triple H and his kids. Then Stephanie McMahon came out, which was like awesome. I really like Stephanie. She was always my favourite. I wish that she would come back properly and be like a GM. That would be awesome. She was like the best SmackDown GM that they had, in my opinion anyway. So she came out, obviously started like having a go at Heyman. And, you know, she slapped him, and then, you know, Heyman kind of, like, you know, like, got all, like, flustered and angry, and then, like, said that Brock Lesnar would fight Triple H at SummerSlam, and then, so he started then saying, oh, you know, Stephanie McMahon, she did it again, you know, always gets kind of like what she wants and stuff. So then she like attacked Heyman, which was pretty funny, but then Lesnar came out, and Lesnar and Triple H started brawling, and obviously Triple H kind of got the upper hand this time. So obviously Brock left the ring, but he was kind of like, you know, like smiling, like, oh, you know, obviously this isn't over. And a lot of people were really negative about that. They were like, oh, it's stupid, you know, Brock Lesnar should have taken out Triple H again. Why? I don't quite understand the logic in that. You know, Lesnar had the upper hand last time, broke Triple H's arm. This time, you know, Triple H got a couple of punches on him and knocked him out the ring. It's not like he completely destroyed him. He didn't like hit the pedigree on him and, like, you know, or anything like that. So I don't quite understand why people are making such a fuss about that. to be honest. But anyway, no, so that was another good segment. See, the show was like, had loads of good things, I just don't get the negativity towards it. So then obviously had Heath Slater coming out, and I didn't know who was going to face in this one. So when Lita came out, I was like, this is awesome. Obviously, you know, I really like Lita. Loads of people complain about her, say that she's a slut, blah blah blah, whatever. She was a good wrestler, get over it. So it was cool to see her come out again, and obviously Heath Slater was like, oh, I accept your challenge, and then she was like, oh, wait a minute, I've hired like some protection, you know, for this match. And then the APA came out, and it was just so funny, like, you know, because obviously when Bradshaw was in the APA before, he had like long black hair, and now like seeing him with like short black hair in the APA, it just looked really odd. Seeing him as JBL in the APA, just, it was like quite funny. But anyway, so Heath Slater tried to escape. All the legends, or legends if you want to call them that, the older wrestlers that, you know, he'd lost to over the last few weeks, came out to stop him, like, you know, from escaping. So they threw him back in the ring, and Lita won that match, so that was obviously pretty cool, just to see her again. She needs to come back. I really wish she would. Her and Trish should come back, because the women's division kind of sucks without them. But anyway, so what else happened? Were there any other matches? There probably were. Oh, how could I forget? Yes, so Kane came out to the ring, and then like all the kind of like jobber guys, Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, Unico and that, came out and said, oh, we haven't been used properly, blah blah, we're going to attack you now, which is just stupid. And then the Undertaker came out, and Undertaker's winning streak has now lost. He lost to his own hood. That was so hilarious. So I know probably everybody's mentioned this, but that was just like the best thing ever. Just seeing him trying to, like, you know, take his hood off and failing. Oh, that was hilarious. But anyway, so Undertaker and Kane like demolished all those guys, you know, Brothers of Destruction reunite, so that was cool. Not that I'm a massive fan of Undertaker and Kane, but you know, I'm all for these, like, yeah, nostalgic moments. So that was cool. There's a squirrel running along the roof over there, just kind of distracted me from this video. Anyway, so then obviously the title match. Oh man, what an abysmal match that actually was. Like, the match itself and like the finish of the match was so stupid, because Big Show came out, like the ref got knocked down, Big Show came out and, you know, did the knockout punch on Cena. So Punk was kind of looked tormented as to whether he should, you know, go ahead and pin Cena. So the referee came back in the match, but he did pin Cena, but Cena kicked out. So then Big Show came out again and attacked Cena, but obviously he got, Punk got disqualified. So I don't know whether that means Cena's lost his kind of like cash-in opportunity, obviously, because it wasn't like, he didn't actually like outright lose the match, if you know what I mean. They've never really done like a DQ kind of before, because generally on the whole people just cash it on the spur of the moment, so they can't get disqualified anyway. But so I don't know what's going to happen there. Big Show carried on attacking Cena. Punk just kind of sat there in the corner and didn't, like, you know, like really kind of do anything. And then The Rock came out to make the save for Cena, obviously, you know, which is like odd, because you know, they don't like each other, but whatever. So he made the save, obviously did the spine buster on Big Show and was going to go for the people's elbow, but as he was about to hit it, Punk came back in the ring and took out The Rock and hit the GTS, and I was like, yes! Don't get me wrong, I like The Rock, but that was so awesome. I didn't really kind of see that coming as such, so I don't know, I don't think this is going to be a heel turn for Punk, really, because, you know, I don't think he's going to go back to being heel. It's just kind of like being kind of more like his old kind of like self, if you know what I mean, because lately he has been very kind of like, yeah, like last year obviously he was like not exactly heel, but like the whole like anti-hero kind of character, but he hasn't really been that lately. He's been very much kind of like babyface Punk. So I'm looking forward to this. I think this is good. I think it's kind of what Punk needed. Not that I thought he's got stale in his title reign at all, but like some people have, but I think this is kind of, you know, a bit of a change, and it's really going to kind of like, you know, push his, like, you know, kind of career forward again. You know, of him taking out The Rock, obviously that's going to, you know, be awesome. So hopefully it will be him versus The Rock at the Royal Rumble. That would be really cool. So I hope Punk keeps his title until then. Some people said, oh, he'll drop it and then regain it, and it's like, well, what's the point? He should keep it. Oh my gosh, and I forgot that The Miz won the Intercontinental title. That was epic too. No offense to Christian fans, but Christian has been so boring lately, so dull. I just think, oh, since he's come back, he's like not really done like anything, so I'm so happy that The Miz won, because, you know, I like The Miz. Even if everyone else hates him, I really like him. So no, it was a good Raw overall. You know, you had Miz winning, Punk, you know, turning on The Rock, Lita returning, the DX segment, you know, there was just like loads of stuff, comedy moments. They had like good videos, like the opening video was kind of epic. I really hope they aren't changing the theme song of Raw though. I'm hoping that one that they used at Raw was just like a special one for the 1000th Raw, because that sucked. They can't get rid of Burn It to the Ground. I absolutely love that song. Nickelback are awesome. But anyway, yeah, and the catchphrase video that they did was really good. I don't know what's kind of going on with my hands now. Haven't you guys missed me in my crazy hand gesturing? Anyway, that was a lot of talking in one go. I haven't done this for ages. But like I say, I will try. I will try and do videos. It's just, yeah, fitting it in is like really difficult for me. I just don't get like a lot of time where I've got like a long enough time to like record the video, edit the video and upload it, because I finish work late or on my day off I usually have stuff to do. Anyway, so I'm going to stop rambling. But like, obviously, yeah, since like, you know, I did the last video, like obviously some awesome films have come out. The Amazing Spider-Man was literally amazing, no pun intended. It was so awesome. So if any of you guys saw it and liked it, comment and let me know. Ow, that really hurt. Too much talking. Not used to it. And also on Sunday I saw the new Batman film. I'm not like a massive Batman like fanatic, to be honest. Liam is, he loves it, so he made me go with him. But it actually was pretty good, to be honest. I won't like spoil it in case, you know, there's like any people that haven't seen it yet. But it was pretty decent actually. Even I enjoyed it. But it was well long though. We were in the cinema for like 3.5 hours, which is absolutely ridiculous. But you know, so brace yourself for a long film if you guys are planning to see it. Anyway, I am gonna go now because I need to edit this video because my nan's coming over soon. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Leave your comments, thoughts below. If you completely disagree with me and you think the show sucked, then please tell me, but please back it up as to why. Don't just say it sucked, because that's not a valid, you know, excuse. So, anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you whenever I next do a video. Bye!